Hey folks, it's Kyle Zabrowski again with the Scout Navigator mapping demo that I have built. And in this third demo, we are going to show off what is one of, in my belief, the cooler mapping systems that I have seen. This is built specific to a Western hunt use case. So I want to call that out. It will be obvious as we get into it. I am not going to go over and go through the other demo feature items. In demo one, we covered the basic functionality and the add a pin build, and then we covered pin cleanup. And I'm still on that view from the pin cleanup video. So we have the folders that were generated by the system. The system recommended, the user selected and confirmed. And now we are going to get into a feature finder. So let's say in this instance that I have all of these pins scattered because I spent time in the mountains out here, and I put eyes and boots on the ground. But this season coming around, or at this point, I want to know, what is this terrain looking like out here? So I have built this feature finder where we don't even necessarily need to be central on it, but I'm going to move off what is off center from my pin cluster right now and go into feature finder. So when you click it, it's going to bring you to a bird's eye view. And you are now in a select an area mode. And so simply click and drag to generate a triangle of the space that you want to analyze for key features. So I'm going to let go, and the next prompt is, what specifically do you want to look for? Right now, I have this set up that this is a single select for running feature finder. And here's the reason. If you utilize this tool and the way that the algorithm is built out right now, and you multi-select a bunch of features, it is almost to the point of pin overwhelm. And so I want the user to be very particular, very focused on the feature that they're looking for. And then as you run through the feature finder workflow, those pins that you want to save and investigate further at a later time will remain on your map. And so I'm going to run feature finder for the saddle, and there is an actual algorithm that is built out leveraging a node system and looking for components that create a saddle. So with that, when you click run a feature finder, it's going to bring you back to the view that you were in before the start. And you can see that it has looked and scanned the full area that you selected. Right now, I have capped the system at 12 recommendations. So it's going to take the 12 highest confident pin locations that this is a feature that represents a saddle, and present it to the user. And then the user can go through and either confirm or dismiss it. And again, I've enabled it so that it specifically highlights which one you're looking at. So the system, just looking at this one, it zooming in, it's like, now that's, that quite a lot of these are off base actually. So we're going to go through and say, no, I think you got that one wrong. And then the pin itself disappears. Now, if you look at some of these over here, these are definitely more saddle like. Now you have a road running through it. As the hunter, that is something that you are going to have to assess. But this tooling really gives you the ability, and you can click in and see, what level of confidence essentially that this has given it. And as this gets continually developed and refined and optimized, I've been playing around with basically the node density and trying to crank that up to a point where you still get the performative analytical nature that you want from a feature like this, while getting the quality recommendations. As you can see in scanning this, I really think only this one here is worth saving. So then I'm going to go through and just dismiss these until that pin remains. And with that one, I'm going to go ahead and save the pin. And as you can see, the pin is now there. It does include, at this point, I'm just dumping all of the analysis and metadata into the pin view. That is an area that I'd want to modify. And you can see the area that was selected for the feature finder is still highlighted at this point. So we are still in feature finder mode here. Now, what if I want to look for a bedding bench or a glassing point? And there are differentiations within the algorithm on these two in particular, because they could be seen as pretty similar. One instance is bedding bench gives heavier weight to north facing slopes. Again, the system is going to generate the recommendations, and the user can go through and select or dismiss any of them that they want. When you are done running Feature Finder, when you have, I'm just going to go through and randomly select and then just get out of it. Those pins that you have saved after running Feature Finder are now available to you on your map to eventually feed into what is going to be the smart scouting or smart planning functionality that will come with Scout Finder, and more to come on that in the next demo.